All right, welcome back to our CalFresh Enrollment Party document series. In this video, we'll be covering all of the different documents that will qualify for proof of income, as well as some common scenarios that may require a self-written statement. Before we continue, if you haven't watched the first video in our series yet, we highly recommend that you do so before continuing on with any of the other videos. But with that, let's move on to proof of income. Proof of income can largely be split into two categories, employment and self-employment. If you are currently employed and earned any income over the past 30 days, you'll need to submit any and all pay stubs from the past 30 days. The exact number of pay stubs you'll need to provide will ultimately depend on your pay cycle. So, for example, if you're paid biweekly, you'll need to submit two pay stubs. If you're paid monthly, you'll need to submit one, etc., etc. For on-campus employees, you can find your pay stubs on UCPath. We have a very quick tutorial coming up, so please make sure to look through that. And for off-campus employees, you should be able to find your pay stubs on your employee portal. Alternatively, you may also be able to request them from your supervisor as well. For self-employment, if you earned any income over the past 30 days, instead of submitting pay stubs, you'll need to submit a self-written statement letting the county know how much you earned before taxes. We have a self-written statement template later on in this video, so please make sure to stick around for that if you have any self-employment income to report. Like your Social Security card, if you had income over the past 30 days but are unable to provide a pay stub or a statement, the county will leave your case pending. So please keep that in mind as you prepare your proof of income. But with that, we'll go through a very quick UCPath tutorial. All the different instructions you need to follow to reach your pay stubs are also listed here on the right. So if you'd like to pause right here, you can feel free to do so. But we'll go through and head over to ucpath.uci.edu, and you'll want to click right here where it says login to UCPath Online. Then you'll want to select our campus, UCI. Right, you'll want to log in using your UCI Net ID. Sometimes it takes a little bit to load, but once you're in, you're going to want to hover right where it says income and taxes, give it a click. Then you'll click right here where it says paychecks. And then it'll prompt you to answer a security question. If for whatever reason you don't remember the answer to this particular security question for you, you can always hit the refresh button a few times. And there we go. It'll provide another one that you'll hopefully be able to answer. And once it loads in, you'll have access to all of your different pay stubs here. You'll need to download right again. If you're paid biweekly, you'll need to select two. If you're paid monthly, so for here, my pay stubs are monthly, you'll just need to select one. And then once you click it, it should open up a nice pay stub PDF right here. Something to know about UCPath is that they do encrypt all of their files. And so instead of downloading the PDF, you'll just need to take a screenshot of your pay stub. That way you'll be able to submit it to the caseworker and they'll be able to access it. But let's return to the slide deck here. And again, for anyone who's employed off campus, we don't unfortunately have a tutorial for your particular employee portal. However, you should be able to access your pay stubs through your employee portal. So please make sure to take a look. All right, now we'll go over some common scenarios regarding proof of income where you might need some self-written statements. So again, if you are self-employed, you will need to write a self-written statement, but there are a couple other scenarios as well. For example, if you're unable to access your pay stubs, if your pay stubs don't accurately reflect your legal name and your gross income, or if you're paid in cash, you'll need to submit a self-written statement. If you just stopped or just started working or experienced another major employment change, another example of this is drastic changes in hours, you should submit a self-written statement as well. And then, of course, if you regularly receive money from a non-employer, so assistance with rent, an allowance from a parent or guardian, sibling, a friend, etc., you'll need to submit a self-written statement as well. If you don't see your particular situation listed here, this is a non-exhaustive list. If you have a specific question about your situation, or if you have written a self-written statement and would like us to check if it looks good, please feel free to email us at calfresh@uci.edu and we'd be happy to help. But now we'll go on to some of the templates that we have available for some different scenarios. So this template that we have here is a generic proof of income self-written statement for any particular needs that you may need. So As you can see, all the sections that you'll need to replace are capitalized and bracketed. And yeah, please feel free to take a look at the self-written statement. I'll leave it on screen for a few seconds. So this next template is for if you just started working. Alternatively, right, you should be able to change it a little bit for if you just stopped working as well. All of these different templates at the end of the day are templates. You can modify them as much or as little as you would like. The most important information for the county to know is going to be, of course, your name and the amount that you've made or the amount that you will make. So please make sure to include that, even if you do tweak some of our templates. And then at the very end, you'll need to sign and put today's date. Then this last template that we have available is if you do receive any amount of support on a regular basis from someone who, again, is a non-employer. So in this instance, if you receive a certain amount to help pay for groceries and rent, you should include that in your self-written statement. Specifically for this scenario, it can also be helpful to submit a screenshot of your bank statement to the county showing how much you received in support from the particular person. So if you happen to have a Zelle screenshot, Venmo screenshot, or a copy of your bank statement, that would be helpful for the county as well. But with that, that's everything we need to cover for proof of income. We'll be moving on to proof of expenses.